Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing all right. Thank you as always for tuning in. So today I'm currently in my hometown of Portsmouth, down by the dockyard, Portsmouth Harbour Station. I'm not actually shopping in Portsmouth today. I'm heading over the harbour to Gosport, which is kind of the neighbouring town. I'm taking the ferry, which is there behind me. It's a shop I've never been to before. I've read about it, read good reviews. But yeah, as always, I like to check these things out. So yeah, this is what I do. So it's a short ferry journey across. It's a funny one, Gosport, because yeah, it's going to take me about 3 minutes to get across. If I was to drive from here, it's like a sort of 25-minute round trip. You got it, and it's miles away. But yeah, I don't even drive, so that's kind of moot point, really, isn't it? So anyway, come with me and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so while we're on the ferry, it'd be rude for me not to give you a little tour. So there we are. That's Gosport, where we're headed. There's a marina there. So that is Portsmouth Harbour. You've got the naval base just there. Some warship. I don't know what that one is. Historic dockyard there. Warrior. It's a popular area in Portsmouth called Gosport Quays, the spinning tower there, Whitelink Ferry. Over here you've got an area known as Old Portsmouth, and sadly you can't quite see it because it's a bit hazy today. The Isle of Wight, you might just be able to make it out, you might not, but yeah, up here on the top deck, it's not a bad way to travel. Right, so we've arrived, Gosport High Street. So according to the map, it says 23-minute walk, but I'll probably do it a little bit quicker. It's right up here beyond the high street and just keep going. So up for a walk. I may, if there's any charity shops here, I may do a bit of charity shopping on the way back as well. So let's see how we get on. We've arrived after a bit of a trek. And here it is, it's Slice of Vinyl. New releases and pre-loved. So yeah, this is way beyond the main high street. It went into a sort of its own area, really. I've never been to this bit of Gosport. I haven't been to Gosport for a good few years, to be honest with you, but I haven't been to this area. But this road is kind of much more independent than the main high street. But there it is. Looks interesting. Let us check it out. Okay, all done. I usually walk and talk at this point, but the sun's come right out and it is glaring behind me, so I'm just going to stand here near the shop. So that was an excellent shop. That was really, really good indeed. I enjoyed it there very much. As I've tried to show as best I can, it is kind of split equally between brand new and pre-loved. Now, the pre-loved stuff is all alphabetical. There's no sort of genres or anything like that. To be fair, it's the same, exactly the same with the new as well. Everything, all the genres are kind of mixed in, and it's nicely sort of stacked, easy to get to, and it's all A to Z. Prices very, very reasonable indeed. Very, very good. It's always nice when you sort of go into a shop and start flicking through, and you start looking at the price, and you think, yeah, this is absolutely fine. You're not sort of, not flicking through, a place that's a rip-off or full of absolute sort of trash junk. This is not one of those places. It's all very reasonably priced, in nice condition. I spoke to the owner, or the owners, Kieran and Emma. Very, very nice. Gave me a nice deal. Yeah, very, very pleasant indeed. Was happy for me to film, and yeah, very welcoming indeed. Kieran did want me to sort of mention that they do events there. I tried to get shots of a few pictures of the events that they had. They actually let me behind the counter to do that, so I did the best I could. But they've got a very, very big social media presence, so I will put any kind of links to the shop in the description. But yeah, what more can I say? It's a great shop. It's a little, I'd say, maybe a little bit off the beaten track in Gosport. It's obviously easy to find on Google Maps. It's easy to reach near the ferry. It's very walkable. So it comes highly recommended, and I'll certainly be back someday. So right, in the meantime, I'm going to go back in the high street. I am going to hit up the charity shops because you never know what you're going to find. Here we are then, home sweet home. So I've got my co-presenter with me as usual here. He's had a haircut today. There he is. What can I say? That was well worth the journey. Great shop, really, really good. I recommend that. That was a good one. Very friendly indeed. As I say, great selection of new, great selection of pre-loved. And they had lots of books there as well. A few bits of merchandise. And you may have seen, a fridge full of craft ale as well. I didn't actually get any beer. I've got plenty of that at home. Mind you, I've got plenty of records as well, but that doesn't stop me. Anyway, I do recommend you give them a try at some point. Really, really nice. Yeah, good sort of just community feel. Yeah, what can I say? They've got a website. I've had a quick look, and I'm going to put a link to the website down in the description. They've been going since 2018, so they're obviously doing very, very well. Right, so what did we get? We did well here. So first, this is an upgrade copy. This is Michael Chapman, Fully Qualified Survivor, his second album. It's on Harvest. I really like Michael Chapman. I think he's really overlooked, quite frankly, from the sort of folk era of the early 70s. He doesn't get as much kind of, as much credit as, and recognition as, say, Nick Drake, Fairport Convention, Roy Harper, and his peers like that. But yeah, his albums are great. So this one's got a few rocking tunes on it. Features a young Mick Ronson. I heard once that David Bowie liked this album and actually got hold of Mick Ronson because of his guitar playing on it. I don't know how true that is, but I like to hear stories like this. So yeah, very decent price, much better copy than my one, which is it's okay, but it's a VG copy, and I paid an absolute pittance for it. So it's nice to have an upgrade of that. Next upgrade, which was a really good one. I've been really struggling to find a good copy of this one. This is the second album by Paladin. It's called Charge. It's on Bronze Records. It's got an amazingly good Roger Dean cover. There's the band very much looking the part. I've got Yeah, pretty ropey copy of this one. To be fair, it's a playable, but it really isn't great. I didn't pay a huge amount for it all those years ago, but I just never come across this one, and this is a really solid copy. The record has been hardly played. Apart from the odd hairline, it looks great. It's a good album. It's kind of progressive, heavy psych, bluesy, in that kind of vein. It's very, very good indeed. They only did 2 records. They're probably the rarest act on bronze. There's not really much on bronze that are sort of hard to come by, but this one is. This doesn't turn up much. So as I say, yeah, nice copy. Tiny bit of wear on the corners, but yeah, certainly the best I've seen. So good to get that. This was a good find. A very, very good find. I found this one immediately because for some reason I went in the shop and I didn't start at A. I thought let's start in the middle and kind of work, or start towards the end and work backwards. So I started at the S section and I found this, and I'm like, right, I'm having that straight away. This is also on Harvest, a label I collect and my favourite label. I have seen this around before. It is second album, self-titled by Southern Comfort. It is basically the band that used to be Matthew's Southern Comfort, but when Ian Matthews went solo, they continue without him. I've got their first record called Frog City, and it's really, really quite pleasant. It's folky, kind of countryish vibe. Yeah, it's kind of, I suppose, like a bit acid folky, but yeah, it's a really, really chilled, pleasant listen. And hopefully this one will be the same. I actually inspected the record when I got home. It's in lovely nick, and I noticed in the dead wax that it's got the Porky and Pico etchings. I'm going to put him down. Come on, you stay down there. Porky and Pico etchings, which means it's a George Peckham cut, which means it's going to sound exceptionally good because he was the great mastering engineer of the early 70s. Well, not just early 70s and beyond. And this one has got one of those really kind of simple, but I don't know, I like it. Really simple but effective Hypnosis covers. This was probably back when Hypnosis were affordable, before the mid-70s hit, and they were, travelling to sort of far-eye places to do their covers for Pink Floyd and the likes. So, very nice find. Next up, we have this. This is World Shut Your Mouth by Julian Cope. Now, I've seen this record about a lot, and I've always been tempted to buy it, but I don't know why I haven't. I've got no Julian Cope. I'm not actually familiar with his solo works, if I'm honest with you. I've got Teardrop Explodes records. I really like them. But when it comes to his solo career, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I know who he is. I'm aware of him. But yeah, I've never kind of delved into it. And I'm recently thinking I must get some. Especially this week, because I've been watching a few YouTube vids, and someone in the VC very recently showed this. I've got a feeling it was Gav Axman's Pins. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure it was him. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I must get that. I must try and look out for that record. Lo and behold, it's turned up for a good price and in good condition. I can't comment on the music too much because obviously I haven't played it yet. I've only just got home. But yeah, I'm pleased to get it. I think it's one of those things that sort of, it's probably one of those records I should have got quite some time ago, and I don't know why I bothered. I don't know why I've never bothered, but there we are. Better late than never. Finally, the big one. I've got a big one. Now, I was quite shocked and surprised to see this one because I think I've only ever seen one copy before, and it's been on my radar, but it was just there in the racks. They haven't really got a kind of collectibles wall. And what they sell, pre-loved, there wasn't too much. There was some rare stuff in there, but it wasn't, I found it was probably more sort of, fairly easy to find, respectable, easy to find stuff. But anyway, I wasn't expecting to see this. So we have got here Bring It Back Home by Mike Vernon. This is on the Blue Horizon label. Okay, so I was really umming and ahhing about this because the cover isn't great around the edges, but it is so flimsy anyway. I just think finding a perfect cover is not going to be that easy. The record looks nigh on unplayed. I really inspected it, and there is a very fine hairline on it. Nothing to worry about, definitely nothing to worry about. But around the spindle, you can still see the flashing. It looks like it's been, yeah, totally nigh on unplayed. So after a lot of kind of shall I, shan't I, because of the cover, I thought, yeah, this could be an opportunity missed. So I went for it. I did get a little deal on it, a little bit of money off because I bought the other one. So very gracious to do it. But yeah, I really have been after this one for a while. I think it's because of who he is. Just to give a sort of bit of background, Mike Vernon, he was the owner of the Blue Horizon label that this is on. He was a very well-known producer back in the day of people like early Fleetwood Mac. Do you know what? My mind has actually gone blank. He produced his production credits are on so many of my records. My mind has gone blank. So feel free to look him up. I don't really know what the story is behind this record. He's got a label. He wanted to do his own record. I think this is the only one from that era that he did. He may have done a few others sort of later on down the line. But he has got so many different people backing him. Loads of people from the sort of Blue Horizon roster. And yeah, it is a bit of an oddity, and it's one from that label that I've had my eye on for so long, and quite frankly, I didn't think I'd ever find one. And there it is. It's mine. I wasn't expecting to get it. I really wasn't expecting to get that today. I didn't really know sort of what to expect, from the shop, whether there'd be anything sort of rare or just easy to find. But yeah, no, this one, very, very pleased, very unexpected, and a very good find indeed. That's it. So there you have it. What more can I say? It's lovely doing this. It is really good getting out and about, visiting these shops. There seems to just be so many. There really are. And 9 times out of 10, they're always great. I always come away with good stuff, and they get a good review. And it's just nice to get out and about to visit these places. So what can I say? I suggest you do the same. If you're in the South Coast or in the Portsmouth area, or obviously in Gosport itself, please give the shop a visit. Yeah, very, very welcoming, great stock. It's got everything you want from an independent record store, and I really hope they continue to thrive and do well. So there we are. That's it. By the way, I didn't get anything from the charity shops. I popped into 4 of them, and I'll go off on a little rant here. Do you know what? I had no luck in charity shops for years and years and years. Honestly, all I ever see in them is junk. The records are landfill, and I don't know what to expect. We live in an age where people know what they've got. You can look things up online. You can look values up online. So any charity shop can value and sell records elsewhere. They just they keep the kind of rubbish. But it's funny. I do see YouTubers showing off these charity shop finds that they sort of got for £1. It's really really sort of hard to find stuff, and I'm like, where are you getting this from? Why aren't I finding any of it? There we are. I don't want to cover it. I don't want to sound sort of ungrateful or jealous, but yeah, it's just a weird thing. Maybe my luck will change soon. Anyway, bit of a digression. So until the next time, thank you as always for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.